Good morning, collective. No, you won't believe what just happened to me. I'm still eating, sorry, because I had to come on and share it. I can't not eat, I'm hungry. I've just been for a walk, okay? We'll start from the beginning. My name's Kerry, if you ain't been here before. This is Laid Out Bare. I do lay myself out bare to you because I'm a collective like you. Pardon me, it's not energy, it's cheese and pickle toasty. So I hope you're all right, guys. And I went to, we'll start at the beginning. I had some downloads last night. Now, I don't know if you've seen Philosophical on Tarot. She is amazing. Now, if you're like a normal person, you'll find her very strange because she's more of a reader to people that are from the divine, but she doesn't think she's divine, but she's chosen, and she doesn't believe in God, but she's God's child, and she is. She's amazing. She's very talented. Now, I go to her for when I need someone to verify what happened to me. She's not always spot on, but most of the time she is. So you've got to really be clever to watch her. That's why I like watching her, because you've got to read into what she says. When she says him, it's her. When she talks about masculine, it's normally me. And she's got a lot of views the same as me, and she don't mind saying how she feels. Anyway, she came on last night, and I was listening to this read. She's done a really long one. You might have seen it, about an hour long. And it was to do with being incarcerated. And she was talking to, say, me as a collective. And I wasn't getting it at first. And I thought, well, I haven't been in prison. And then she said about being incarcerated, as in always being in, always being locked in, like you was never out. So anyway, I was watching her. So I'll get into that bit in a minute. So anyway, I had a little something sent to me last night, as in like visions from the divine, which was puzzling me about my past. And it wasn't like a dream. They put me in a situation so I could see what I did in my life. There's so many things I've done in my life. I don't know where the beginning and end is, okay? So I've got so many different stories. If I was to write a book, I'd have to write about 20,000 books. And I'm not joking. So I was put in a scenario of my life. I used to be an sex worker, but I was sort of like a slave. It's weird. I can't even explain it. I didn't even realise this. So anyway, what it was, she put it as a way that I'd been incarcerated all my life. And then all of a sudden I was put in a situation by my angels, and I was on the outside looking in at my life. And it was quite traumatic. And it was, because I've never really, when you're in something, it doesn't seem how it does when you're watching in, like you watching in at me. It's not the same because you don't really know me. So I didn't really know me. So when I was on the sidelines, they put me in a position of somebody else whilst I was there. And it was quite disturbing. And then anyway, I woke up this morning and I sort of tangled it all together with what Philosophical said. And obviously the angel sent her to me to give me the message about me being... So I do fiddle when I feel a bit traumatised. And... So anyway, she said about being incarcerated all my life, and you've never been free. And I was thinking, what? And then all of a sudden it clicked this morning. Where I was in that kind of industry, I couldn't get out of it. I had to eat when I was told. They used to hold my money. So at the end of the day, it's in case you got robbed and things like that. But then it's not. It's all to do with them holding your money so you can't leave. So I'd have to be there. And if I had to work over, I'd have to work over. Now, that's why I had mental health, because of the job I used to do. And it wasn't through choice. It's through my life that I ended up doing a job like that. And basically I was a slave, and I never looked at it like that, and I was incarcerated. So I was thinking, why am I so like happy seeing the birds, and why do I notice the birds singing so much, and why do I love the clouds? Because I always liked the clouds when I was a kid, but I've never looked at the clouds since, because obviously my childhood got took away from me and I never saw the beauty around me. I was trapped in my own head for years, nearly 51 years. Living a life of trauma and isolation. And I thought, well, I haven't been hermiting for 3 years. I've been in all my life. Since I've had a child, I was pregnant at 15. And since I've had a child and I got drawn into the underground world, it doesn't mean underground as in you live underground. It means you live with a secret society. So you basically, if I'd have got murdered when I was at work, no one would have known, because nobody knew where I was. It was a secret. No one knew what addresses I was at. Nobody knew anything. So I didn't realise how vulnerable I was. So people who I worked for were part of gang members, and they were older women as well. So you wouldn't think so, because they're normally the mothers of these establishments, and some of them were quite well known, like celebrities and things like that. Like they knew celebrities, sorry. And one of my bosses used to live next door to Tony Blair. And I went to her house. She had a 10-bedroom house, and she lived literally 2 doors down from Tony Blair. So when she done all these dinner parties, you'd never known she was running brothels and things like that. And yeah, so it's really weird. And I do talk to you straight, because if this helps one person, that's why I'm here. I mean, this is going to out me where I live, but I don't care. It's called Laid Out Bare for a reason. And I'm healing. So when I heal and I have, like, things happen to me, I have to tell you, because I'm here. This is my job I got saved by God. And then I met a narcissist after all that time of being in that kind of situation. I had my first proper relationship with this older man that lives here. I live in the most beautiful place ever. So really, it was like I got let out of prison from that world. I was still trapped in my head, but I came here like by the coast, by the forest, and then I was really loving everything. And he was getting jealous because, why are you so happy? Why do you love everything? And obviously I couldn't tell him. And he was my first relationship, like, that wasn't to do with selling myself. And I was like, idolised him, and I was so happy, like, this is all normal. I'm in a normal world, but I wasn't. I got sent here to a place where a narcissist was that was going to just destroy me at the end of everything. Like, that was supposed to take me out. It was supposed to take me out because I was run by the devil, obviously, and I was trying to find God. So yeah, and I was trying to awaken, and obviously everything I had here that was freedom, like birds, the sea, he ruined everything. He ruined everything. My car was my freedom to go and see my kids because my daughter lives miles away, and that was my safety blanket. So he smashed that up, and then, like, basically just took everything from me, got me back on drugs, got me back on drink, got me back to everything I left when I left where I used to live in Watford. Everything I left there and thought I'll leave it all there and come here and have a new life. He dug all that up again and put me back in that position, but worse, because now I was isolated. Now I was trapped because he didn't want me to be free, but he knew nothing about my past. So I was entitled to be free when I come here. But obviously, God thought, no, you haven't healed, Kerry. You've gone there to a beautiful place, but inside you're not. I wasn't fixed. I was destroyed. I had terrible mental health. And I came here, become a carer, went heard the angels. I have took this to my angels to tell you this. I know this is going to out me, but it is laid out bare. And I asked the angels, shall I do this? And they said, this is what I'm here to do. If one of you get this and you can put my story into one scenario in your life, then I'll be happy. I don't mind outing myself. My life has been over here anyway, and people trying to kill me and destroy me and poison me and drug me and stalk me. So I'm not really bothered. That's why I'm out now, and I don't care, because I've hidden my whole life, and I'm not hiding anymore, because I need to help you. I need to help you so you're not stuck like me. And like, if I have to do this and be a victim to people, well, not be a victim, be a target, then I will be, because I can deal with it, and I can. I'm stronger now mentally. So yeah, this might offend some people, but I don't really care, and I don't, because I'm sick of worrying about offending people my whole life. So yeah, so if this can help you anyway, but I won't get right into it, but I will at some point, because I don't really know how to say this. But I realise I've been incarcerated all my life. And I've been indoors in windows that are boarded up, and I never spoke to the outside world. When I came home from my work, I was so ashamed of what I did. I couldn't have friends because I couldn't tell them what I did. And then people I did tell along the way, basically I got nearly burnt out of my flat. I got drawn away from where I live. I got arrested by 17 police because they just honed in on me, because they just thought, oh, I was a prostitute, blah, 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 but didn't know about my life before, that I was actually, you have to buy your way out of doing that job, because they get you into debt. It's the same as being on drugs. They gradually, and because you've got no family, the sort of girls that like I didn't have family, I didn't have a dad, so I looked for father figures at work. I looked for a millionaire might come in one day and he might save me. Now, don't be silly. Why would he want to be with someone like that? But that's how your mind is. So I went under the wings of these older women, and they act like mothers, and then they think they're doing you a good service, but you're making them money, and then they're stealing your money. Then they got people there that answer the phones with you, and then they will keep your money till the end of the night, so you can't leave. So I've been incarcerated my whole life, and I only just got it this morning, and it was only from watching Philosophical. and basically falling on the floor after I had visions in my head. I was taken to a place by my angels. I got up, I could not breathe, and I was on the floor, and I thought, no, you need to get your head around it. I've been walking around for the past hour going, wow, oh wow, oh wow. I'm so good at helping people, yeah, but I've never known how to help myself. So finding God is what helped me awaken. But I have 51 years of crap to deal with, and I'm only this much in online this much, yeah, and I honestly didn't know where to start, and I didn't. And I'm only telling you this to help you and so you know who I am as a person. I have been through it, trust me, and I know I smile, but it's the only way I can cope, yeah, and it's the only way I've ever got through life. And I didn't always used to smile. I was a very, not nasty, but I was a very angry person because people used to do things to me that I didn't like, and I had no choice. I had to feed my kids. I didn't have a family. I didn't have support. I didn't have anyone to go to. I had nobody. I've been in this world on my own all my life, yeah? My mum left when I was 4, and my dad was in prison my whole childhood. I've lived with family members that didn't want me there, so I've always learnt to be quiet. Just eat when you're offered food. Don't ask, because if you ask, you won't get. It's not, oh, if you don't ask, you don't get. With me, it's if you ask, you won't get. I was never welcome in anyone's home. So I've always learned to sit back, do as I'm told, be quiet, I've always just sort of moved about. And yeah, and I tolerated that. That's why I've met men. I've just had like an awakening, yeah. This is why I've met men that I felt comfortable with, because I'm used to being around men like that. I'm used to people telling me what to do, how to dress. Well, does this look nice on me? I had no confidence, because you'd think if you saw me that I did, but I had no confidence, because I'd be like, oh, do you like this? And if they told me, no, I don't, I'd believe, oh, okay, then I'll change it. And then, do you like my hair like this? No, I don't. Oh, okay, well, I'll change it. I always trying to make people happy all the time, just because I wanted to be happy. And people took advantage of that my whole life since I was 4 years old. That's why I've been in situations that have been very scary. But I'm a survivor. But you know what? I am a victim. I keep saying, like, I'm not a victim, I'm a survivor, but I am a victim. I am a victim. I'm a victim of society, and I'm a victim of my parents, and I am a victim, but I don't go around acting like a victim. But I took this to my angels this morning, and they told me, Kerry, you are a victim. And I was like, I don't know where to go with this. How do I explain this on YouTube without offending people like you? Like outing myself, so I'm a bit of a target, but I'm a target anyway. I could be outed here any minute. I could be, my ex tried to unalive me, and more than you'll know, and the police didn't help me, and I'm still not hiding, but I'm still keeping myself to myself so I don't aggravate him, because he's so spiteful, and I thought he loved me and he didn't. He absolutely detested me because I was stronger than him, and he obviously didn't know anything about my past, so he wouldn't have cared anyway. When I did tell him things about my past, he told everybody in his version to make me look bad. But I wanted you to sort of take that bit out of it. It's not about the sex bit of it. It's about the situation I was in. And I was like, what's that programme on TV? There's a programme on TV about a woman that she was trapped, and then she had to keep having babies, and she was kept, you'll know, and they wear all like the nun things and that, and they're trapped. And that's the kind of life I lived, and it is being manipulated, being used, and thinking it was okay to be like this. I travelled from my house to work, so I would get out of my nut on drugs all night, like smoking weed, and then, because I couldn't deal with what I did in the day, then I would go to work. So I drove 3 hours to work in my car, wouldn't look at anyone in the face because I thought everyone knew what I did, because you feel like that. Then I'd go to work, go in a place that's got boarded up windows, that's hidden. The police are always coming around. We always had to be careful. We didn't get arrested, because you can go to prison for 6 years plus for doing what I did. But now it's all out there on OnlyFans, and it's okay to do this. It was illegal when I was doing it. And obviously, I worked around people that had the same situation as me. I worked around girls that were trafficked, and I worked around girls that didn't have a passport, and they'd ask me, I want to go home, and they couldn't go home. So I was always the motherly figure at work, even though I had my own problems. I've always had this nature to help people, and I've actually took a loss in money before to give girls money when they haven't earned money, because I knew if they went back to their pimp and they hadn't earned nothing, they'd been beaten black and blue, or maybe even unalived. So I used to give them my money. I'll go without, then I'd have to work twice as hard the next day. But then I was in debt as well with where I worked. So whatever I didn't earn up to their standards one day, I would have to earn again the next day. So you can see what I mean? You're always in debt. You're always in debt. Same with being with a drug dealer. It's no different. So yeah, so I was just thinking, when I watched Philosophical, she's woke me up about this. And there's so much more to this. I can't even get into it, but I just want you to know that I am a real person, okay? I'm not on here being fake. I can't be fake. I don't want to get upset, yeah? But, babes, I've had a life, okay? I've had many, many lives, okay? And it's not fair. It's not fair what has happened to me, but I'm so sorry. If I cry, I won't stop. I won't stop. This is why I hold a lot in. This is why I'm strong. But this happened to me for a reason, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I signed up for this. I don't know why. I'll never know why my life went like this, yeah? But everything's getting better now. And I'm here because to go through all that, I have to out myself to help you. I do. Because I lived my life in silence for so long and so hidden. And no one, everyone got the wrong impression of me. They always have. So I've always been bullied. And I've always had no friends. And my friends always disliked me because I've always been I was very attractive when I was younger. And people always thought that I'd go off with their boyfriends. But I wasn't like them. I would never do that. I come from a broken home. So I wouldn't break someone's home. I wouldn't. But because of the way I look, thank you, angels. Because of the way that I look, and what I did, I was always targeted and I was always drove out of where I live. And everyone always gets the wrong impression of me. And I just want to do that. I have to do this to help you. And that's why I named it Laid Out Bare. I asked the angels what I should do. And I'm not on here to make you feel sorry for me. I'm on here so you know I am here to help you, okay? Because I lived my life in silence for so many years and I've lived indoors and I didn't even realise I was incarcerated. That's why I love everything, because I've never seen it. I drove to work, worried what's going to happen. Am I going to get mugged? Am I going to get attacked? Am I going to lose my money? I lived in survival mode my whole life. Driving home, I used to get followed by men that wanted to unalive me or kidnap me. I've even been taken once. I couldn't get out for about 3 or 4 days, but I managed to talk my way out of it because I've learnt life skills. But there is a lot to me, guys, okay? And that's all I wanted to say, just so you know. I am a real person. I've just had an awakening now. So I'm going to go and have a little sit down. I've been on the floor already praying. I took myself to God and he gave me a prayer, which was absolutely lovely, to tell me that this is why I'm here. And I don't know what else to say. But I just needed to say that. And I love you guys. And I'm not doing this for sympathy. I'm here because I'm laid out bare. I've lived my life not telling anyone anything about me. And like I said, if I could write a book or do a film, there'd be quite a few films and quite a few books, because I've always had no ending, but I've had beginning and endings to a lot of stories. I've been in a lot of situations. I've met a lot of people and I've saved a lot of people. And then I've also lost a lot of people. I've seen people die on drugs. I've seen people die where they've been taken away. I know people that have gone missing with the job that I've done. I've been held up with guns and that. And I have been attacked and I've had all my money took off me when I've worked all day, and I've had bad things happen to me. And I've been around bad people. Trust me. I'm not just that little blonde bimbo that people think walking down the street smiling at everyone. Oh, she's so fluffy. I've had a life, and I have. And I just want to share it with you so I can help you. Okay, so I don't know why I had to come on and say this, but I took it to the angels. They told me to. If I can help one of you, then I out myself. I will, all right? And I'm just me. I'm Kerry. I didn't know my name for years because I was given so many names. And when I went out clubbing, I went out with all the girls, because I had to mix with working girls because I couldn't live in the real world. I had to hide my kids from my job, but I always told them what I did, so they lived in fear. So yeah, I've always lived a secret life, and I have, but from no fault of mine. It's just what has progressed up to where I ended up. But if I have had a life like that, then I might as well out myself, because I've been outed by everybody in the wrong way. And then I met the love of my life that I thought was, but it wasn't. It was a trauma. But all he done was hate me when I loved him and tried to destroy every bit of prettiness around me, and made me hate myself more than I did when I did the job. he brought up all my past, all my childhood, all my working, and just brought everything up and threw it at me, and left me with it. And that's what happened. And he felt very happy in doing that. And he only lives next door. And I've been targeted, guys, and I've been stalked, I've been poisoned, I've had things put in my food. I don't know if people filmed me and done things to me. They probably did, because he's very sexual. So I don't know around where I live. I live in a small place. People could have seen videos of me, what he did to humiliate me. I know he used to love humiliate me. So I've been outed anyway, guys, all right? And my life's not over. My life's just begun. And I'm here as a voice for you, okay? No matter what. I don't care if this unalives me doing this. And because I walked around feeling unalive for years. I wasn't alive, and now I feel alive because I found God and I walk with Jesus. Thank to God, I got woken up. So yeah, I'm just healing, and that's it. And I just don't know where I'm going with this, but I want to help you, okay? And I'm really nervous posting this, and I am. So please don't be nasty to me in the comments, because a lot of people are walking around and you don't know what life they've had. You can't tell by just looking at someone on the outside who they are. You can't. And a lot of people don't know where to start to tell people. I mean, I had mental health for years. I didn't know where to start. Well, where do I start telling people? I don't even know about myself. And I just want you to know that I do get you guys. Whatever situation you're in, I know, because I've been in them situations. And I love you, and I'm here for you. And I'm here as a voice for you, all right? And I've been given this gift from the divine. I've always known I'm chosen. And listen, chosen people don't have an easy life. We don't, because we're picked from the pit, not the pedestal. So I love you, all right? I don't want to gabble on too much, but I am nervous posting this, but I've got to, so you know. I love you. Namaste. Be yourselves, guys. Don't ever let anyone destroy your happiness, please.